Hey everybody, I'm Kendall, and for the author study project, my partner and I researched Mary Pope Osborne, and she's most famously known for writing the Magic Treehouse series. And so I decided to pick the 23rd book in this series, which is called Twister on Tuesday, and it's written by Mary Pope Osborne and illustrated by Sal Murdocha is his name. And so in this book, the main characters are Jack and Annie, and the main characters remain the same throughout the entire series, so that's pretty cool. And for kids reading this book, the main characters, Jack and Annie, are around the same age, so that's a cool point that they can identify with these kids because they're kind of the same age. And in this book, Jack and Annie are sent back in time to the pioneer days on the prairie lands, and they're sent to learn something. And so when they get there, they end up coming across a school, and at the school, they meet the teacher, Miss Neely, and a few of the other kids that live on the prairies in that time. So they're able to ask some questions about how it is living in that time and get to know that a little bit better. And so while they're there, the lesson that they end up learning is through a poem, and it says, "'Tis a lesson you should heed, try, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try, try again." And so once they learn this lesson, they decide that it's time to go back home to their parents. But when they're going back home, a twister comes. And so in order to protect the kids in the schoolhouse, they go back and they show them the cellar in order to keep them safe. So once they get back, they're just kind of talking about how they learned what it would be like to live on the prairie, and I think that this book could be incorporated into curriculum during the time of learning about maybe prairie lands or the pioneer days. That would be really great. Or even using this resource as with somebody who's struggling with reading or just something in the classroom. Whenever they read this book, they'll learn the same poem about trying again. So I think that would be cool to incorporate into the curriculum. And I actually really enjoyed this book. I haven't read it in a really long time, so it was really cool to read again. And one of my favorite parts is that while researching about Mary Pope Osborne, I read some of her quotes. And one of the quotes that she said is, "I love teaching. It's a job that lasts forever. Whatever you teach children today travels with them far into the future." And she incorporates it into the book as a line that Miss Neely, the schoolhouse teacher on the prairie land, says. So I think it's a really great book, and it's really cool because it just ties into the whole series, and they keep adding on to each other. So you should definitely check it out.